Okay, so today I'm going to show you how to edit a high key white backdrop, but on the floor. Especially this is kind of good if you're using a Lastolite HighLite backdrop with a vinyl train. This is the way I find it's the quickest of doing this. So we're going to push Apple M, and that's going to bring up our curves. Then we're going to take the white color picker and click anywhere kind of on the train on the floor. If you hold down the Alt key, it makes it a lot easier to do this. So once you've done that, I'm going to zoom in a little bit, and we're going to select our history brush tool, and then we're just going to basically just color them in. So we're colouring our guy in here. Just get her legs a little bit like that. Slowly move down. Just taking your time. No rush at all. On these bits here on the white, which is kind of well overexposed, you can just go right to the edge. You don't need to worry about going over the edge and kind of bringing any of the previous exposure from the backdrop in. But as you can see, if you've got a fairly well feathered brush, you can get away with that anyway without even going over the edge like I'm doing here. Okay, and we're just going to scroll down a little bit more, going on to buyer's watch. And it's kind of useful to use the keyboard shortcuts here to make adjust the brush size. So it's just the open and close brackets, but like the square ones. I'm not quite sure the actual name for those. And then go over our hand. You're probably wondering this is a bit of a weird image to do this on, but this is one that actually needs to be edited for a client. This is from a work Christmas party, and they would have a bit too much to drink, so that's why it looks a bit messy on their half. Okay, so I'm just going to go over the edges there. See, you can go over the edges fine if it's completely overexposed on the back of the HiLite. Just going to quickly colour all that in now. Zoom back out, and you see that I've just kind of gone over a little bit too much on where the train joins the background. So just quickly undo that, and you can go back over it again. And I'm just going to work the way down here, colour them all back in. There's lots of ways of doing this to bring the train into a very pure white kind of state, but I find this is the quickest way to do it. It usually gives the best results as well. Just going to finish going there on there on our dress. Just the legs, just go back over there, make sure you got everything. And yep. Look over her face. Colour her hair in. Just go down the arm. Don't forget, if you make any mistakes along the way of doing this, you can just Apple Z or CMD Z even on a Mac, and then you can just go undo and just go over it again. Just going to slowly do the arm there, just to make sure that we don't go over the edge too far and bring back the previous exposure on the train on the floor there. Just zoom right in, and I've not actually changed the feather at all on the brush that I'm using throughout the whole time here. Just changing the brush size. Final little bit here. Okay, and zoom out, and you see that we've got a pretty well exposed bottom bit now in the background. So we're just going to chop that out and make sure that your foreground layer is on white, and then literally just push delete. Just hold down your delete key, and you can delete that, and it will just bring it to your foreground colour. So you don't even need to have a feather at all on the marquee tool there. do is we're just going to dodge this a little bit here, just to take away a bit of the shadow and just make it brighten up a little bit. Because obviously if you take away all the shadow, then it's just going to look like they're floating, and that just looks ridiculous. So you just leave a tiny bit of shadow in there. I'll just change that a little bit again. You can adjust the exposure, and just put on the mid-tones. Just kind of get a bit on. It kind of really depends on the individual image. It's not really something which you could say is a set exposure that always works. It kind of completely depends on the individual shadow. Okay, so there we go. I think that's pretty much done for that image, and that's good to go off to the printer now. If you want to check out any of my other videos, that'd be great, and click the subscribe button.